Flosstube! Thanks for stopping by my channel. My name is Shiloh and I'm a cross-stitcher and knitter living in Nova Scotia, Canada. You can find me on Instagram as @Xstitchmd and on Ravelry as @Dr. Shiloh. I'll have links to those profiles below, as well as linked all of the projects that I'm talking about today in case you feel enabled and want to work on any of those projects. All right, so it's so nice to be back. I have lots and lots of stuff to share because I've had a ton of new starts over the past few weeks, and I also had 2 finishes, which were my first 2 cross-stitch finishes of 2022, so that is very exciting. When I first went to start recording this video, I did run into a little bit of trouble, which you can see here. I'm gonna film my video now. Would you be able to move? Thankfully, I was able to convince my fiance Spencer to move out of the way so that I could film. So anyway, I did have to bribe him with chocolate. Sam is currently sitting across from me, so I'll insert that here. Sam is watching. He approves of this video, don't you, Sam? You love your chair. Look at his ears, he's like flapping them. Say hi, Sam. Say hi, Sam. Good boy. Good boy. So if you hear any barking, that is Sam, but hopefully he will be calm. He is very tired because we just came home from puppy class where he ran around a lot. So he should be nice and exhausted. Yeah, so like I said, I've had a bunch of new starts over the past couple weeks and also just a really great last few weeks. 2 weekends ago, Spencer and I flew out to Ontario to spend some time with my family for the weekend. It was my sister's baby shower. We had such a great time. It was absolutely beautiful. She's due with the first grandbaby on this side of the family in the middle of May, near the end of May, and I'm so excited. I will be an aunt for the first time, so lots of exciting stuff coming up. I am planning on knitting her a baby blanket for the baby, which is going to be a boy, but the yarn I ordered has not come in yet. So I'll insert a picture here of what the blanket I'm going to make for the baby is. It's a really cute pattern by Holst Garn. And I'm just like crossing my fingers that the yarn comes soon because I would love to get it done before the baby is born, but that may not be possible. We'll see. It looks like it should be a quick knit, I hope. I ordered the yarn from Little Red Mitten in Ontario. It was a pre-order and it got a little bit delayed, but I'm excited to make that for my future nephew. So lots of exciting stuff. But okay, let's dive right in with the stitching stuff. First things first, I had 4 giveaways on my last video. Thank you to everyone who entered. I have drawn the winners for those, so I'll kind of put those up as screenshots here. The winners, I have all commented on your comment with my email address. So if you can send me an email with your mailing address, I will mail that stuff out to you. And congratulations to all the winners. I do have another giveaway for today, which I will get to once I get to it. But let's start with the stitching because I have so much stitching to share and it's really exciting. Okay, so first things first, we will talk about my Blackbird Designs work in progress. Also, I have a new obsession with project bags, so you're gonna hear lots of zipper opening because I have project bags now. Woohoo! All right, so the first one I'm gonna show you is What Remains by Blackbird Designs. And this was released this year at Nashville Market, which is when I purchased it. Also, I'm realizing I'm stitching from a lot of paper charts now, which again is not my preference. I prefer PDFs, but I will say it does make for much easier editing of my videos because I don't have to put in so many pictures. So that is a nice little bonus. So anyway, What Remains, and I have it in my cute Evertote bag, which I got at the Stitch North retreat. Can't wait for Stitch North 2023. I am all signed up to attend the April weekend, which I believe is now sold out, but I think they might still have some spots left for the May weekend, so you can join the Facebook group Stitch North to find out all the deets. Okay, enough rambling. Here's where I'm at with What Remains. So I got a bit more done since I last showed this, and it's just so pretty. I love it. I'm stitching this on 36 count vintage country mocha with all the called for threads, which are a combination of Weeks Dye Works and Gentle Art. So pretty. I love the Smyrna crosses in there. There's some satin stitch. It's so pretty. Love it. Love it, love it. So I'm probably over halfway done this one. So a finish It's definitely a possibility, but we all know how my attention span is, so it has not gotten finished yet. But yes, that is my what remains. Okay, this next whip is a new start and a new discovery. Most of you who watch me know I'm not a fan of 40 count linen. I told myself I didn't like it because the holes were small, but I discovered that it is not because the holes are small, it's because I don't love the coverage I get on 40 count. When you use one strand, I find it's like a little bit too sparse for my liking, and also the holes are small, but I mean, it's doable. So I can't, Rai McGuy, who you should follow on YouTube if you don't already. He and I were messaging about a piece that Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery had released called Blommingraden Garden, or something difficult to pronounce in Norwegian. And he had mentioned that he was thinking about stitching this piece on 56 count linen, which I was like, whoa, that's so scary and stressful. Why would you do that? But when he was saying that, it reminded me that like probably a year or two ago, on a whim, I had bought some 46 count linen from Traditional Stitches because it was like on sale or something, and I'd never stitched on it. I was like, ooh, maybe I could do that for that pattern. So I got my piece of fabric out and it was too small for that. But it happened to be the perfect size for this pattern, which is Turkish Delight by Ink Circles. And I was like, well, I have these beautiful blue threads that Stacy 911 Stitcher had gifted me, and I have the perfect piece of fabric. Let's try it. And well, here we go. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I love 46 count. It is amazing. I've bought like 6 more pieces of 46 count since then. I love it because the coverage with one strand is amazing. Like, look at this. It's just so beautiful and delicate and perfect and tiny and adorable. Like, look at this motif here. It's so beautiful. I love it. And yes, the holes are teensy tiny, but as long as I'm stitching it in daylight, I can see it. I don't use a magnifier or anything. I just use these eyes and it works out fine. So I'm loving this. It's going to be super tiny. I think this is like the 2/3 point. So yeah, it's so cute and I just really, really like it. So this is 46 count antique white Bergen linen by Zweigart, which I got from Traditional Stitches. And the floss I'm using is Owl Forest embroidery threads. I can't remember, the only one of them is labeled with the number. So this one is 3113. And it's this beautiful dark blue. And then I'm using this one, which is not labeled, but it's this light blue. So these two colors together are so pretty. I'm using them on my floss drops, which I got from Lisa for City Stitching from Stitch North. She was handing out some floss drops, so thank you, Lisa. So I'm using these colors and I love it. I really love it. So yes, more 46 count patterns will be started soon. But yeah, I'm like flying on this, right? This is a new start since I last showed you and it looks amazing. You'll also notice if you go to Ink Circle's website that the layout of the pattern is horizontal, but I preferred how it looked vertical. So that's, I mean, technically I can also hang it this way. It doesn't really matter, but oh, that's the back. You could also hang it this way, but I really like how it looks this way. And Tracy Horner, who's the designer behind Ink Circles, did say that you could do it either way. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying working on 46 count. So try something new, you never know, you might like it. But yeah, I still don't like 40 count because I feel like one strand is too thin, 2 strands are too thick. Yeah, not my fave, but all good. Okay, next, let me show you because I had a finish and then I had another new start on this piece and then I had another finish. So the first one is, I'm getting all discombobulated. This pattern is the For the Birds series by Blackbird Designs, and I'm stitching them all together on one piece of fabric. So here's the first one, which is called, it's Spring Fever. And look at that, it turned out so beautiful. So I stitched this on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha. You will sense a theme with this. I'm using a lot of Vintage Country Mocha because I love it. With all the called for Weeks Dye Works floss, 2/2, except for these, the back stitching and Lazy Daisies was 1 strand over 2. So I finished that. And then I started the second one in the series and I finished it. Yep, so that was a whole start and finish since the last video. Go me, go me. Also, you should know that I do not have a social life and I basically spend all my time stitching when I'm not working. I occasionally go out, but I can get a lot done when I'm just sitting and stitching all day. Anyway, yeah, so that's the second pattern, which is called The Light on the Lawn, and it's beautiful. I love it. The 3 patterns that go across the top, so this is a set of 9 patterns. The 3 top patterns each had room for 1 initial, so I'm doing my first, middle, and then this last one I'll do my last initial. So yeah, still got a lot more to go on this, but the first 2 are done and I love them. The next one in the series is called She Sights a Bird, and that is the next one. So I'm excited to start that one with the cute little cat. It's so cute. Yeah, so on my last video, I gave away the first pattern, which was It's Spring Fever. And so on this video, I want to give away this one, which is The Light Upon the Lawn. And if you want to be entered to win this, just use the word lawn, L-A-W-N, in your comment. I'll ship it anywhere in the world and I'll draw a winner in my next video. So yeah. I was telling Spencer, my fiance, the other day that like, look at me, like I finished a chart, I'm sending this chart out. And he was like, that chart is really small. Like that's making no dent in your stash. And I was like, well, if it's so small, then it should be fine if I buy another one that's that size because it's so small. It doesn't make a difference, right? He did not love that logic. But okay. And that project is living in my another ever tote bag that we got at the Stitch North retreat. Woo. Okay, my next project is also a new start. I had like 7 new starts since my last video. I've just been, ever since the Stitch North retreat, apologies because I'll probably say that a million times this video like I did last video, but I feel like ever since the Stitch North retreat, I just got really rejuvenated in my stitching where I just want to like stitch everything, start everything, do all the things. Yeah, and I was watching Brenda and Laura the other week, and Laura had mentioned you can't finish something unless you start it. And I took that as license. I need to start all the projects I own because how else am I going to finish them? So this is consider this your go ahead to start all the things. Unless that stresses you out, then don't do it. But I love starting things. Okay, the next project I started is Merrily, Merrily We Welcome Spring by Blackbird Designs. And how beautiful is this? I love it. It's a biggie, but it is absolutely beautiful. Merrily, Merrily We Welcome Spring, and very appropriate to be working on this time of year. So here's where I'm at. I got a pretty good start on this. I'm stitching this on 36 count XJU design linen in the colorway, I think it's lamb's wool. It's either lamb's wool or old sheep. Actually, do I have a thing in here? No, I threw out the tag. Okay. It's either lamb's wool or old sheep. It says on my Instagram if you really want to know. But here is my start. So pretty. Love it. I'm using all the called for, which is a mix of Gentle Art, Classic Colorworks, and Weeks Dye Works. I'm loving all these alphabet bands. It's so fun. It's so cute. And it's beautiful. I love it. These are a bit fiddly to stitch all these individual flower buds, but it just looks so pretty. So I have a couple more alphabet bands until I get into like all the goodies, which is like, you know, all the fun motifs, but I'm really having a lot of fun stitching the alphabet bands because each one is a different color, and it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. And like, look at these fun vases. Like, oh, I love this piece. So I've been having a lot of fun working on it. And if you have not tried XJU Design Linen, I highly recommend it. It is amazing. And most people say this that have experienced her linen. It smells really good. I don't know what she uses to wash it, but it smells really good. So that's a little bonus. Okay. Now, this project bag, I think I showed it in my last video, but this project bag is amazing. This is from Sheba Designs on Etsy, and she has this particular fabric in stock as of the recording of this video. May not be now, but you can always check. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I met Melissa at the Stitch North retreat, and she was lovely, and she very kindly offered a bag for giveaway for one of you. Oh, look at this. I love this. It takes everything in me to give this away because I love it so much, but I love you guys more. So to you, I will give it. The inside has this really cute print, which is foxes. Actually, is it this way that you can see them better? Oh, well, it's upside down. Anyway, Really beautifully well-made bags with a nice zip and the Velcro vinyl. So yeah, if you'd like to be entered to win a project bag, include the word bag, B-A-G, in your comment, and I will also draw a winner for this in my next video. Again, we'll mail anywhere. Also, highly recommend you check out Melissa's shop because she has some beautiful bags there. And as a little bonus, Melissa has offered me a coupon code for my viewers, which is very exciting. Will probably take advantage of it myself as well. And the code is Xstitch15 for 15% off her shop. The code starts today and runs for 2 weeks. I'll have all the information in the drop down box. But yeah, thank you, Melissa, for the giveaway bag. It's so pretty. I just love it. It's so pretty. So yes, that is at Xstitch15 for 15% off, and use the word bag in your comment if you'd like to be entered to win this. And buy this bag so it can be twinsies. If anyone does buy this bag, let me know because I just think it's so fun. Anyway, okay, so that is that. Put all this stuff back. It's so nice having project bags where I can just like load everything up in it and just carry it all around. I love it. Okay, what do we have next? Up next, we have another new start. So this was totally enabled by Caroline at Off the Grid Needle Arts. So Caroline and her husband are fundraising for the Brain Aneurysm Foundation. Her husband is running the New York Marathon. Caroline, like myself, does not enjoy running. But we can stitch and we love stitching. So in order to raise money for the Brain Aneurysm Foundation, Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery has designed this beautiful chart, which is called Birds from Bernhard's Books. And 50% of all the proceeds from this chart go directly to the Brain Aneurysm Foundation. So thank you, Jacob, for an amazing chart and helping us fundraise while we can sit on our couches. So that is very exciting. I went back and forth on what color fabric and floss I wanted to use for this. I was originally thinking I was going to use Falu Red, Leo and Roxy floss, and Peanut Brittle, Leo and Roxy linen, but I'm already using that combination in another piece, and I kind of wanted to use a dark floss because I had a bunch of Leo and Roxy, I think it's charcoal. Yeah, charcoal. So I decided to do that, and I've started. So I have a little bit of progress so far. Oops. Let me just organize myself here. I have a little bit of progress so far, and look, it's so cute. Also, I love this needle minder. Stitching is my therapy. I got it from Stitch Toolbox on Etsy. Yeah, so I finished this motif, and it's really funny. If you follow the hashtag, which is Stitchmfe for BA Foundation, sorry, BA Found, all the pictures are of this motif because that's where everyone started. So I think that's kind of funny. But yeah, so I'm using Leo and Roxy floss in the colorway Charcoal, which is this beautiful like deep black with some like lighter grays in it. And I'm stitching this on 36 count XJU design baby sheep linen, which is really sweet. So yeah, that's my little start. It's super fun. I am enjoying this. I will definitely continue working on this on and off. In Caroline's most recent video, she had said that her goal is to finish this chart by the time her husband runs the New York City Marathon, which I think she said was like the beginning of November. So I'm gonna copy her and try to finish it by then too. So yeah, here's my beautiful Leo and Roxy floss, which is this lovely, lovely color in charcoal. And yeah, I probably don't have enough skeins of it, so I'll probably need to get more, but yay, an excuse to order more floss. Love it. Okay, so that is that design, which I'm really enjoying stitching on, even though I worked on it for like, 2 days. Okay, I still got a lot more to show you guys. Let's see, what are we at now? Okay, speaking of the Falu Red and Peanut Brittle linen, this next one is also a new start since Stitch North. And this is the Fractor Love Sampler by Modern Folk Embroidery, and I was completely enabled to start this by Sandra of Fiber Insanity because she just recently finished it and it is absolutely beautiful. I'll put in a picture here of her finish because it is stunning. So I was sitting at her table at one of the days of the retreat and I was like, I need to stitch that piece. So here is where I'm at on that. Okay, is this not amazing? This is showing the color really true here. This floss color is probably the best floss color in the entire world, and when I get too close, it washes out, but This red is called Falu Red, F-A-L-U Red by Leo and Roxy. The linen is called Peanut Brittle, also by Leo and Roxy, and it's 36 count. I'm stitching it 2/2, and it's just so beautiful, and I love it so much. And yeah, it's just so pretty. Makes me sing because it's so pretty. Yeah, love it. So it's a lot of fun to stitch, and I love these birds because to me they just look really weird, and I love them. So yeah, this is a lot of fun to work on. I'm also realizing that like pretty much everything I'm working on right now is either modern folk embroidery or Blackbird designs or ink circles. Yep, pretty much. I know what I like. Okay, also in the modern folk embroidery theme, I have been working on Isabella's Heart by Modern Folk Embroidery, which is also a collaboration with Evertone, Leo, and Roxy. No, I'm not paid to advertise for them. I just love their stuff. Okay, here is where I am with that. Oh, it's so pretty. So this is on the called for fabric, which is 32 count blank slate linen by Leo and Roxy with the called for colors. The red is Falu Red, the pink is Flamingo, the white is Antique Wedding Dress, and it's beautiful. So yeah, I'm like, what did it say on pattern paper? 35% complete. So I still got a ways to go, but I also should have started this in the corner because I have a lot of wasted fabric around it, but oh well. Yeah, love it, love it, love it. So yeah, I just love modern folk embroidery designs. They only call for a couple colors, lots of like geometric shapes and stuff. It's really fun. I'm a fan. Okay, what else do we have in my giant stack of project bags beside me? Let's see what we have next. Unzip. Oh, okay. This is also a new start because that's what I've been doing the past few weeks. And that is Manor at Quaker Hill by With Thy Needle and Thread. I think this came out at National Market maybe in 2019. And I loved it when I saw it. I know a bunch of people have stitched it, but I haven't. And I am really enjoying it. So this is being stitched on Vintage Country Mocha because why not? So 36 count Vintage Country Mocha, and I'm just trying to unravel it because I have it all rolled up here so I can show it to you. And there's where my start is. Again, it's washing out if I bring it closer. I'm using all the called for colors, which are Weeks Dye Works, Classic Color Works, Gentle Arts, and DMC. My cute little needle binders from Top Knot Stitcher Shop. And yeah, I mean, I don't have a huge start on it, but I have a start, and these flowers are gigantic and I love them. So this is going to be a big one. It is 327 stitches wide by 183 high. So it's, you know, it takes up a fat quarter, but I happen to have a fat quarter because, you know, love me some Vintage Country Mocha. So yeah, that's my start on it, and it's been a lot of fun to stitch. I really like the colors in this. They're absolutely beautiful. And I'm really excited to stitch with this color, which is Classic Color Works Lettuce Leaf, because it's just like, it's very unusual and it really pops, I think, in this color palette. And it's the color of the water here, which this is not really a watercolor, but I think it's gonna work. So yes, that's my Manor at Quaker Hill. If it has the word Quaker in it, you can be pretty much guaranteed I will stitch it. Okay. Breaking with the theme, one of the few patterns I'm currently working on that is not modern folk embroidery, ink circles, or wow, I just totally blanked, Blackbird designs. I'm working on Red Rhapsody by Rosewood Manor, and I have gotten a little bit more done on this. I need to just stick with this and finish this because, like, I love it. It's so pretty. So here is where I am at on this one. I'm stitching this on 36 count Antique White Even Weave by Fabric Player, and I'm using Sulky Floss, 1 strand over 2. Sulky is like the same thickness as 2 strands of DMC. The color number I am using is 4042, which I think it's called Red Work. Is like their colors have both a name and a number, and I think it's called Red Work or something like that. Yeah, it's got a really pretty variegation and of like purples and reds. So it's a lot of fun to stitch with, and yeah, I'm really liking this piece. So yeah, lovely, lovely. Apologies for all the wrinkles. Some of these have been sitting for a while. So that is Red Rhapsody. What do we got next? Back with the theme. So here is Modern Folk Embroideries. Wow, I'm just like blanking left and right here. Okay, I need to settle down, take a deep breath. Yes. The next one is the Modern Folk Embroidery 2021 Stitch Along, which is called A Fruit of Plenty. And since I last showed it, I have, did I finish? No, I did not finish a section. I think I had finished a section in my last video, but I did work a bit more on one of the sections. So let me show you where it's at. So I am getting close to being done. I am working on this section, which is part 9. I'm stitching this. Oh, my camera doesn't like this. It's going from cold to warm to cold to warm. That's the color there. I'm stitching this on 36 count Ash Rose Edinburgh linen with DMC 902, which is the darker color, and 3722, which is the lighter color. I got my initials in. I still have a whole bunch of fill-in to do here, which is similar to this motif. And then I have 3 more sections at the bottom to do, and then it'll be done. So, I mean, a 2022 finish would be nice, but yeah, I love this piece. It's just so pretty and gorgeous, and I could just stare at it for a while. Yeah, I love it. This part, you could choose your own, whatever house you wanted to go in the middle. There was like 7 different options, and I just chose the originally charted one because I'm basic like that. So yeah, I love this piece, and it's a lot of fun to stitch on. It's just very large, so it's somewhat overwhelming, but I mean, I'm on part 9 of 12. Like, I'm basically killing it. Okay, my last video I had showed this gorgeous speckled floss from Bergen Needle, which is stunning, and congratulations to the winner who won the Bergen Needle floss I was giving away. This is also really soft. I love it. I decided I needed to start it. So I started this piece, Fleur de Lis by Ink Circles, which was kindly gifted to me by Yvonne, Bonnie X Stitches, at the Stitch North Retreat. And so I started it on, and look at how pretty it is. So I'm really liking how this speckly floss works up. It just looks so pretty and so many fun colors in it. So I'm stitching this on 36 count Bergen Needle Tea and Touton linen, and I'm using Bergen Needle All the Tuts floss, which is that speckle. And it's hard to see, I have like a wrinkle in the fabric right where I want to try to show the speckles, but yeah, you can see them there. They're so pretty. I love them so much. So yeah, this is a really gorgeous floss, and I'm excited to get this done. This is gonna be pretty tiny, but I want to start doing a couple smalls. I recently purchased a journal for putting smalls in, kind of like Michelle Bendy does, and I had one before, but it wasn't specifically like meant to put cross stitch in, and it wasn't really working, so I bought this one, which is specifically meant for cross stitching. I'll show it on my next video, and I'm really happy with it. So hopefully maybe I can finish this by my next video and put it in the journal and show you, because that'd be super cool. Okay, I think I just have 1 whip left because wow, that was a lot of whips I showed you. But like I said, I've been stitching my little heart out. This last one is Quaker's Pride by Historique Stiekmuster, and it's available on the Silk Stitching app. And I am stitching this on 36 count Hazy Gray by Fabric Flare. I'm using the called for DMC, except I'm using, I think the pattern called for DMC, let me just make sure so that I can say this right. Yeah, the pattern called for DMC Blanc, and I'm using 3865 because it showed up better on my fabric. Otherwise, I'm using the called for DMC. And yeah, I finished a couple more motifs since I last showed it to you. This was really fun to stitch the grapes. I don't think I've ever stitched grapes before. And like all the little birds, I love it. So this is, again, a long time project because it's huge, but it's a lot of fun to work on. Okay, that's all my whips. Are you exhausted? That was a lot. But yes, I am just loving stitching right now, and I love working on multiple projects because I can work on whatever the mood strikes me. So, okay, that was my cross stitch whips. Let me show you, I have 2 knitting whips that I want to show you, and then I have some haul to show. So let's show you my knitting whips. Okay, I can't remember if I had already cast this on in my last video. I'm pretty sure I had. Yes, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Can't remember. But I'm working on the Plumpy Shawl by Andrea Mowry of Dre Renee Knits. And this kit I purchased from Camp Fiber Yarns. She had done up some kits for the Plumpy Shawl, and I made some progress on it. So here's where it was, and I added in another section, and I added in my 4th color. So it's getting pretty big. I love it. So yeah, there's 4 colors. There's Brioche, which is this, and then garter stitch stripes. I love the little like random pops of white, and then I'm just doing a straight up garter section before there'll be more brioche. So yeah, this is going to be big and squishy and cozy. And this, oh yeah, I used to do this all the time, didn't I, with my yarn, with my knitting. I'm very weird. This yarn is just so soft and squishy and wonderful. It is a DK weight. It is 100% non-superwash yarn, which normally has a reputation for being very scratchy, but this is like extremely soft and just like absolutely lovely and squishy. So Laura from Camp Fiber, I want all the non-superwash DK, please. Put it on my tab. My gosh, honestly, I buy so much stuff. I need to slightly rein it in. Yes. Okay, so that is my Plumpy Shawl. And the other shawl I have worked on is called Earth. I can't remember the designer's name offhand, so I'll put it on the screen. But I had started this a while ago and worked on it on and off, and I kind of decided recently that I need to stop just like starting shawls and not finishing them, because I'm really good at starting shawls and then I like get bored and stop them. But I need to finish this. So the yarn I'm using is by Mineville Wool Company, which I believe recently went out of business. Well, like she decided to stop dyeing yarn because she has young children and is busy and stuff. But anyway, she has gorgeous yarn and she's from Nova Scotia. So this one is called Worn Linen. This one is called Rose, Dusty Rose, something like that. Anyway, it's beautiful yarn. It's more of a sport weight. It's kind of like a heavy fingering / sport weight. It's merino, cashmere, nylon. It's super soft and squishy and wonderful. So those are the 2 colors I'm using. And here's my shawl. I'm getting close to the end on this. I'm really loving it. So the way that this shawl is knit is you cast on at the tip and you knit across increasing. Oh, look how good it looks. You knit across increasing until you get to the widest part, and then you start decreasing. So like, okay, I'm obsessed with this. Like, look how good it looks. I love it so much. So I'm at this section here. So I have a bit more to do. I probably still have like 100 stitches on the needles, and I need to get down to about 3 before I bind off. But look at this. This is all mosaic knitting, and it is super easy. So if you're someone that has like difficulty with color work or anything like that, mosaic knitting is super easy because you're only working with 1 color per row and you slip it on the alternating rows. So yeah, this is, I love these 2 colors together, and I love this shawl, and it is so gigantic and cozy and wonderful. So I have, this is my 2nd skein of both of these. So you use a lot more of the pink than you use a lot of the more of the main color than the contrast color, because the main body of the shawl, you're knitting every stitch with the pink, but you're knitting every other stitch with the lighter color. That's probably confusing, but basically you use more one color than the other. So yeah, this will be very beautiful once it's done and very cozy. So yeah, hopefully by next video this will be a finish, because I'm really determined to finish this one. And the bind off for this will only be like 3 stitches. So usually what happens with shawls, they get close to the bind off and I'm like, ugh, bind off 400 stitches, and I don't want to do it. But this one, I don't have that excuse because it's only gonna be a couple. So yeah, okay. So I have a little bit of haul. Let's start with my knitting haul. So I'm a member of Woolberry Yarns Collective, which is you get exclusive access to 2 colorways each month, which is great, so check them out. And this is March's colors. So this first one is called Nutmeg. Look at that. It's beautiful. I got this in the bulky weight, 1 skein. I was thinking of doing a hat because I feel like that would be very cute. Or maybe a cowl. But I just loved this color. And this yarn is 100% superwash merino, super soft. If you have any recommendations for a great bulky weight hat or cowl, I have 109 yards to work with. Drop them below, it'd be great. The other color I got, I don't always get both colors, but I really loved both colors of merch, so I had to get both. The other one I got was called Lucky. Look at that green. Ooh, ooh. And this is, I got the DK weight of this, and my plan is to make a pair of socks for Spencer. And yeah, those will be cast on eventually, but yeah, this yarn is so soft and gorgeous. Bethany at Woolberry does the most beautiful colors. So yeah, I'm excited to cast those on. So those are my 2 skeins of yarn I got, which I love. And I got some cross stitch haul. So I bought some additional project bags from Melissa at Sheba Designs. So this is the first one. It's so pretty. And that's the inside. Love it. And then I got this one, which so cute. I think she has both of these in her stock in her shop right now. And like, look at that, it's like little pins. Love it. So that's fun. So that means I can start 2 more projects, right, to fill these up. I also got this chart from Top Knot Stitcher Shop. The Winter is Past by Blackbird Designs. I thought the colors in this coordinated really nicely with my For the Birds series, so I was like, I need this chart. So it's beautiful. I'm excited. Oh, maybe that one. Just go right in here and I'll be all ready. So yeah, I haven't picked up fabric or anything for this, but I really love this chart. Winter is Past. I don't think I said the name of it, so. And I also got, I was completely unable to start this one by Brenda, from Brenda and the Serial Starter, and that is the Floral Motif Sampler by the Scarlet House. And is that not the most beautiful, stunning piece you've ever seen in your life? I think so. So yeah, Brenda stitched it and framed it, and it is absolutely stunning. So I got the called for linen, sorry, frankly. I got the called for linen, which is Prairie Grass from Seraphim Fabrics. I got this from Creative Quarters in British Columbia. They have super fast shipping within Canada. They charge actual shipping rates. The owner, Shelly, is fantastic. So I got this from her. So it's Prairie Grass. And then I got all the called for colors, which is like a mix of, oh, it's all Gentle Art in 1 week. So let's see, I'll just hold up the colors here. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. Look at these colors. Oh. So yeah, I haven't like put them on rings or anything like that yet, which I will do eventually. Oh, and that's the 1 week's color, which I could have just gotten DMC ball, but whatever. I was in a buy it all mood. So yeah, this is gonna look so pretty. I love this red. What red is this? Buckeye Scarlet by the Gentle Art. So I'm excited. This will be a new start soon because I don't have enough new starts going on. Like, I've just been so good lately. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. And I have 1 more to show you. This was Complete Enablement by Caroline at Off the Grid Needle Arts. So I did get this bag from her. Purchase that because you can't just purchase floss without purchasing something to hold the floss in. And I got the fabric and floss for this chart, which I'm blanking on the name on, but I think it's called Winter Star by Modern Folk Embroidery. And Caroline said she was going to stitch this on 46 count blank slate Leo and Roxy linen with planetarium floss. So I said, I want to copy you, Caroline. I want to be just like you. So I got that. So here's the floss, which is this deep dark blue. And oh, isn't it beautiful? Like, it's so pretty. So that's the floss. It's showing up more purpley, but it's like a really, really deep, like royal blue. And then the fabric I got is the same fabric I'm using for my Isabella's Heart, so the Leo and Roxy blank slate linen. But it's in 46 count. So I'm really excited. Like, look at this. Look at this. Ooh. Ooh. I'm singing a lot today. Yeah, this is just so pretty and beautiful, and I love it. And I'm excited to start this. I've not started it yet. I'm just gonna go against everything I just said because I was just like, oh, I should start more things. But I was like, I was starting a lot of things, and I was like, I can chill for a little bit. But this will be a start in the near future. And yeah, I just want to twin with Caroline and stitch everything she stitches. So, okay, I think that's everything I have to share. That was a lot of stuff. Hopefully it wasn't too overwhelming. I tend to talk fast when I'm excited. So if that was too fast, well, I guess you already watched it. So, next time you can always slow down my videos. There is the option to do that on YouTube. There's like an option to like speed it up or slow it down, which is great. if you find I talk too fast. So, oh, thank you to everyone who said that my sound was a bit off last video. I usually boost the sound when I'm editing it, and I forgot to do that. So that's why it was a bit quieter. So that problem should be fixed for this video. Yeah, so if you want to enter the giveaways I had, you can use the word lawn for the light on the lawn chart, or the word bag to enter in the Shiba Designs project bag, and you can use the coupon code to treat yourself to some project bags. I will be back next month. Probably the middle of June is when I can record next. I'm working the next couple of weekends. But yeah, looking forward to more stitching and relaxing. Lots of stuff to look forward to coming up. Sam is doing super well. He's about to graduate from his second puppy class. We did level 2, and he's been doing great with that. So it's so much fun just to see him grow. I'm just gonna put in a couple pictures here. The first one is when we first got him, which was in January, and he was 8 weeks old, and he weighed 16 pounds, and he was just the cutest, sweetest little roly-poly ball. He turned 6 months on May 6th, and he now weighs 57 pounds, and he is not roly-poly at all. He is gigantic, but he is so sweet, and we're just so happy with him. So looking forward to a summer full of lots of hiking and playing with him and all the stitching and knitting. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. I'd love it if you would give me a like, subscribe, thumbs up, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. Feel free to message me on Instagram. I love chatting, stitching, and knitting with all of you guys. So I will see you next month. Until then, take care. Bye.